Hello, it's Bina, and today I'm going to be talking about anxiety. Anxiety is a word that we hear bounced around quite a lot, and it affects people at some point in their life. Some people are affected by it long term, and some people might just have bouts of anxiety. Now, there's various types of anxiety. There's not just one type. There's some people who might have anxiety and they just have this general nervous sort of feeling. There's anxiety about health anxiety, especially with COVID and things like that going on at the moment. Health anxiety is something I see a lot of. There's social anxiety, people who don't like to be outside with a lot of people, crowds of people, and claustrophobia. That's also a form of anxiety. Then there's anticipatory anxiety, anxious about an event, about something that's coming up, and that can affect a lot of people, especially children when they've got exams or if you've got a big interview coming up. And then sometimes anxiety begins to overwhelm people and they might develop phobias or fears, and that becomes a more advanced stage of anxiety. Now, why does anxiety happen? Why do some people get anxiety and others are never fazed by anything that's remotely anxious? And the main reason for this, I feel, well, many reasons I should say. There's genetic factors, I feel, whether it's genetic or whether it's learned behavior from your parents, from your mother. Usually if the mother is quite anxious and nervous type of personality, then the child would inherit that. Either way, it's learned or it's genetic, is something that can be debated. There's other reasons for anxiety. Could be past experiences, something's happened in the past, some form of trauma, some shock, abuse, or whatever has caused that anxiety to be with that person. Then there's low self-confidence and limiting beliefs that can lead to anxiety and anxious behavior. And all of these factors we look at when we try to treat a person with anxiety. Now, the symptoms of anxiety, there's many different symptoms of anxiety. And these can be anything from shaking or just palpitations or just the thought processes. There's many different factors, and each factor will be different in every person, and they might not present with all of these symptoms. How does anxiety affect your life? Yeah, it can be really debilitating for somebody. It's a word that's bounced around quite a lot. However, somebody who has anxiety, only they will know how debilitating it can be. It can affect social, relationships. It can affect performance at work. It can affect, daily life, going out and mixing with people. And the thought process is often something that people with anxiety find it hard to switch off from, especially at night time. It begins to affect sleep as well. So, it needs to be dealt with. Now, homeopathy, there's a number of remedies that can help with homeopathy. I'm going to tell you about 4 of these remedies during this video. So the 4 main ones for mild to moderate anxiety, I would say. The main one is gelsemium. Gelsemium is a common one for people who are nervous before an event. Anticipatory anxiety, we call it, whether it's an exam, whether it's an interview, whether you're getting married. It can be any of those things. You feel that you're panicking, you're sort of having slight palpitations, you're having to maybe go to the toilet a number of times because you're so nervous about this up and coming event. But when you get there, normally you're fine. You'll sail through it. So for those type of incidents, gelsemium is something that would help a person immensely. The other remedy is argentum nit. Now, argentum nit is for those type of people who are generally a bit nervous looking, or a bit panicky, a bit rushed in their behavior, rushed in their speech, and as a result of that, the anxiety becomes quite debilitating. And argentum nit can help with that type of anxiety. And then sometimes a person might be fine, but then suddenly they'll get a full-blown panic attack. The hyperventilation, the panic, the breathing, the palpitations. For that type of anxiety, Aconite is a fantastic remedy that can be given immediately to help reduce that panic attack and allow that person to gain control again. And for more milder versions of anxiety, there's rescue remedy as well, which again for acute cases can be used just before an event or an interview. Now those are the four main remedies for generalized anxiety. However, anxiety often isn't as simple as that, and there's a lot of other complications, and there's a lot of past experiences or trauma or abuse or shock that needs to be cleared. And often in my clinics, I would probably combine a number of remedies together for a person to give them complete relief from that anxiety. So if you've got mild to moderate anxiety, brilliant, feel free to try these. But if it's a little bit more, then please seek professional help. And definitely, they should be able to treat it. And, hopefully you can move on with your life with great confidence. Thank you so much for watching. And if you like the video, please don't forget to press the like button and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. Thank you for watching.